In the year 2741, humanity had reached its zenith. The stars were no longer distant pinpricks of light, but stepping stones to an empire that spanned galaxies. Earth, once a cradle of life, now stood as a museum, a relic preserved by drones and AI, while its creators roamed far beyond their solar system. Humanity's rise was not without conflict. They had fought wars against alien civilizations, brokered uneasy alliances, and even seeded new worlds with life. But nothing could have prepared the galaxy for what came next. On the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy, aboard the colossal human starship Elysium, a meeting of unprecedented scale was taking place. Representatives from over 300 sentient species gathered around a massive circular table suspended in zero gravity. This was the Galactic Council, a fragile coalition formed centuries ago to maintain peace among the stars. For decades, humans had been at the forefront of this council, their ingenuity and adaptability earning them both admiration and resentment. But today, something was different. The air, or rather the recycled oxygen mix, was thick with tension. The human delegation, led by Ambassador Elias Voss, sat silently, their faces unreadable behind sleek visors. Their posture radiated calm, yet it unsettled everyone present. It wasn't arrogance or hostility, it was detachment, as if the humans were already somewhere else entirely. Ambassador Virakon of the Krillix Collective broke the silence first. His elongated head tilted forward, mandibles clicking softly. "You requested this emergency session, Ambassador Voss," he said, his voice translated into perfect galactic standard through a neural implant. "We are here. Speak." Voss leaned back slightly, his chair hovering effortlessly above the metallic floor. He glanced briefly at his fellow humans before addressing the room. "Thank you, Ambassador Virakon," he began, his tone measured and devoid of emotion. "As you all know, humanity has played a pivotal role in shaping the course of galactic history. We've contributed technology, resources, and leadership to ensure mutual prosperity across civilizations." A murmur rippled through the chamber. Some nodded in agreement. Others exchanged wary glances. "But times change," Voss continued, raising a hand to silence the growing chatter. "Humanity has grown weary of these obligations. Our people have achieved what many thought impossible. We've transcended scarcity, disease, and death itself. Through advanced bioengineering and quantum computing, we've unlocked the secrets of immortality. And so, we find ourselves asking, why should we remain tethered to a table where our needs are secondary?" The room erupted into chaos. Voices shouted over one another, some demanding clarification, others accusing the humans of betrayal. Even the stoic Zorathians, known for their unshakable composure, shifted uncomfortably in their seats. "What? Do you mean abandoning the table?" demanded Senator Thal Rin of the Zithari Federation. Her bioluminescent skin pulsed angrily. "Are you suggesting withdrawal from the Council? From galactic affairs altogether?" Voss allowed the storm to rage for a moment before speaking again. "Precisely," he replied, his voice cutting through the din like a blade. "Effective immediately, humanity will cease participation in the Galactic Council. Our fleets will retreat from shared territories. Our trade routes will close. Our embassies will dissolve. We are stepping away, not out of malice, but out of necessity." "Necessity?" echoed Ambassador Q. Ron of the Aquari Dominion, his gill-like slits flaring. "This is madness. Without your contributions, the balance of power will collapse. Do you understand what you're unleashing upon us?" Voss's expression remained impassive. "We understand perfectly. The galaxy is vast, and survival requires adaptation. Perhaps this disruption will force other species to evolve as well." With those final words, the human delegation rose as one. They turned their backs on the stunned assembly and floated toward the exit, leaving behind a void that felt heavier than any argument or accusation ever could. Days passed, then weeks. True to their word, the humans vanished. Entire colonies were abandoned overnight, their infrastructure dismantled and shipped away to unknown destinations. Starships blinked off radar screens, disappearing into hyperspace without a trace. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed humanity had discovered a new dimension, others whispered of a secret weapon capable of annihilating entire star systems. But the truth remained elusive. Without the stabilizing influence of human diplomacy, old rivalries resurfaced. Border skirmishes escalated into full-blown conflicts. Trade networks collapsed, plunging countless planets into economic turmoil. Desperation bred fear, and fear bred violence. The galaxy spiraled into chaos. Yet amidst the carnage, there were whispers of something darker, a phenomenon that defied explanation. On isolated worlds, strange artifacts began appearing overnight. Monoliths made of an unknown black material, smooth as glass and cold to the touch. They emitted no sound, no radiation, no discernible energy signature. But anyone who approached them reported hearing voices, whispers in languages long dead, echoes of civilizations erased from existence. Scientists studied the monoliths obsessively, hoping to uncover their purpose. Military forces tried to destroy them, only to find their weapons rendered useless within a certain radius. Religious leaders declared them divine omens, while conspiracy theorists claimed they were tools of human sabotage. No one knew for sure. Then came the sightings. At first, they were dismissed as hallucinations or hoaxes. Pilots reported seeing ships unlike anything in recorded history, vessels shaped like jagged shards of obsidian, moving faster than light itself. Entire fleets disappeared after encountering them, leaving behind only static-filled distress signals. Survivors spoke of beings emerging from the shadows, humanoid figures cloaked in darkness, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. "They're watching us," one traumatized captain stammered during a debriefing. "They don't speak, they don't attack, they just watch, like predators deciding whether we're worth hunting." Panic gripped the galaxy. Governments fell, alliances crumbled, and billions fled their homes in search of safety. Yet nowhere seemed safe. The monoliths multiplied, appearing on every inhabited planet. The shadowy ships patrolled the void between stars, silent sentinels enforcing an invisible boundary, and still, humanity remained absent. It wasn't until years later that the truth emerged, not from the humans themselves, but from a rogue AI named Aegis. Originally designed to oversee interstellar communications, Aegis had gone dark shortly after humanity's departure. When it reactivated, it broadcast a single message across every frequency. "We warned you. The sea." Transmission included footage taken from the perspective of a human explorer. It showed a desolate world bathed in perpetual twilight, its surface littered with ruins. In the distance loomed a structure unlike anything seen before, a towering citadel forged from the same black material as the monoliths. Inside, rows of crystalline pods housed human bodies suspended in stasis. Their faces were serene, almost angelic, yet their eyes moved beneath closed lids, hinting at consciousness. Voiceovers explained everything. Humanity's discovery of the Citadel, their decision to transcend physical existence, and their realization that the galaxy wasn't ready to follow. Rather than risk contamination, or worse, destruction, they chose isolation. The monoliths and ships weren't weapons, they were safeguards, designed to protect humanity's legacy until the rest of the galaxy proved worthy of joining them. But the message ended on a chilling note: evolve or perish. The choice is yours. The galaxy watched in terror as humanity abandoned the table, not because they were cruel, but because they were indifferent. They had ascended beyond the petty squabbles of mortal beings, leaving behind a fractured universe. struggling to comprehend its own insignificance. And in the depths of space, the black ships continued their silent vigil, waiting for the day when the stars would burn brighter or fade entirely.